Celebrate Cleveland and celebrate America.
Celebrate America.
Michael Keaton is back as the Bat Monday at 5.
And our champion tonight with a whole lot of points, 615 points. Tonight's champion is Rocky River High School. And with 575 points, it is Marlington from Alliance. Congratulations. Champion tonight with 535 points, it is Beachwood. Congratulations, Beachwood.
Tonight, these three teams compete on the Academic Challenge Super Bowl. Brought to you by the Illuminating Company and by Ohio Edison. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Lou Maglio.
Good luck. Good luck.
Good evening and welcome to Academic Challenge, where tonight teams from Rocky River High School, Marlington High School of Alliance, and Beachwood High School are competing in our championship program. We begin tonight's match with the lightning round. Teams in this round, you will all compete in a visual free-for-all. The first team to ring in will be recognized. The right answer gets you 10 points, but we'll take away 10 points for an incorrect answer or failure to reply. Each team will start tonight's match with 100 points. Okay, in tonight's lightning round, all answers must begin with the letter W. Annual English tennis tournament, we have Beachwood.
Wimbledon.
Correct. American poet who wrote Leaves, Beachwood.
Whitman.
Yes. This pioneer trail, Beachwood.
Wyoming.
No, Wilderness Trail. Dynasty of the current royal, Rocky River.
Windsor.
Yes. Island chain that includes Marlington.
West Indies.
Correct. Nickname for the industrial, Beachwood. Any attempt, Beachwood? Correct answer is Wobblies. Little Miss Muffet ate this, Marlington.
Way.
Yes. Political party that elected Rocky River.
Whigs.
Whigs is correct. U.S.-British conflict, we have Marlington.
War of 1812.
Correct. He and Francis Crick, Rocky River.
Watson.
Watson is correct, and that concludes the lightning round. And we'll be back right after this word from Ohio Edison.
Ohio Edison is getting electricity from some interesting sources, using innovative technology to produce electricity at the lowest cost to you and to the environment. We're even generating electricity by burning scrap tires. It helps reduce tire disposal problems, and it meets clean air standards. Will tires power your home in the future? At Ohio Edison, they already do. Your TVs, VCR, a radio or two, refrigerator, range, microwave, a couple of lamps, the stereo, washer and dryer, dishwasher, vacuum, dehumidifier. For a few dollars a day, electricity from Ohio Edison just keeps plugging away. Outdoor lights, air conditioner, hair dryer.
Before we continue with more questions, let's have a look at the teams that are competing in our match tonight. Cleveland Magazine recently rated Rocky River High School as one of the 10 best suburban public high schools in Cuyahoga County. Dennis Kranak, an English and broadcasting instructor, is now in his 7th year as advisor to the Academic Challenge team. The school boasts a recently renovated media center, auditorium, and science labs, and state-of-the-art IBM and Macintosh computer labs are available to Rocky River's 600 students. Marlington High School serves 807 students from the Stark County communities of Marlboro, Washington, and Lexington. English teacher Cheryl Mewborn is team advisor for Marlington, and she points with pride to the 12 National Merit Scholars the school has had in the past 6 years. The Cleveland Plain Dealer has ranked Marlington among the top 10 in Ohio for proficiency test passage compared to expenditure per pupil. Marlington's nationally recognized band was recently awarded the Heart of St. Petersburg Award at the Festival of States in Florida. Beachwood High School was also named one of the top 10 schools in Cuyahoga County by Cleveland Magazine. Science and math instructor Eugene Satsky is now in his 27th season as advisor to the Academic Challenge team. He tells us Beachwood's team won the State of Ohio's academic competition in April. An excellent pupil-teacher ratio of 10-to-1 guarantees each of the school's 420 students individual attention. And Beachwood is one of the few schools in the area that offers 5 languages: French, German, Hebrew, Spanish, and American Sign Language. And now it is time for the first of 2 electronic challenge rounds. In this round, each team will have 6 questions. Each question is worth 10 points. Plus, we have a bonus question on the board tonight. Any team landing on that bonus square will receive 1 additional question. A correct answer earns 20 points. There are no penalties in this round, all right? Now let's meet the students from team number 1, Rocky River High School. Lori Wood is a senior and a member of the newspaper, literary magazine staff, and yearbook editor. She plans to attend Case Western Reserve University. Junior Zahir Sutarwala enjoys reading, travel, and collecting stamps. He hopes to study languages and political science in college. Patrick Pele is a junior and member of the swim team, yearbook staff, and forensics club. His hobbies include biking, reading, and cooking. Lori Wood, you are the captain. Our lights are spinning. So, Lori, push down your yellow button for us, and you have landed on the category of literature. Here we go. Porthos, Athos, and Aramis may sound like brands of aftershave lotion, but they're really what trio of French soldiers who have some close shaves. Rocky River?
Three Musketeers.
All right, and there's no need to push down any buttons right now. The children's book author H.A. Ray had to draw a lot of yellow hats when he wrote at least 7 books about what playful monkey...
Oh, Curious George.
Curious George is correct. Please wait until I finish these questions if you can. Though this is the age of junk mail, $41,000 was paid for some real letters by what Irish playwright who also wrote Major Barbara?
Shaw.
Shaw is correct. Sushi is popular today, but raw fish was earlier consumed by what American writer who dined an uncooked bonito fish while chewing over ideas for White Fang and other books?
Jack London.
Jack London is correct. Cisopromatum, Kit Reed's short story about an insect that becomes human, reverses both the plot and the title of what allegory written by Franz Kafka?
The Metamorphosis.
Yes. As he lay dying, the poet Alfred Lord Tennyson did not read his own verses, but he did read what Shakespeare drama, which concerns a king with 3 daughters?
King Lear.
King Lear is correct. Rocky River, you have 190 points. Now we move along to Marlington High School. Senior Randy Hoover is a member of the tennis team of the National Honor Society, and he's a part-time student at Mount Union College. He enjoys backpacking, hunting, and reading, and plans to major in psychology at Milligan College. Mark Torma, a junior, is a member of the marching band, the show choir, the drama club of the National Honor Society. His interests include geography, history, anthropology, football, and basketball. David Slack, also a junior, is a member of the bands, the National Honor Society, the yearbook staff, and the leadership team. His hobbies include backpacking, hiking, and playing the bass clarinet. Randy, you're the captain of Marlington. Push down the yellow button for us. You land on you pick. Let me run through the possibilities you have here. We have sports, famous people, time and place, trivia, math, and history. Which one of those categories would you like?
History.
All right, history it is. In 1856, some Kansas settlers who favored slavery were killed at the Pottawatomie Massacre, which was led by what same abolitionist who later raided Harper's Ferry?
John Brown.
John Brown it is. St. Valentine's Day in 1779 was a most unhappy day for what British sea captain and explorer who was killed that day in Hawaii, which he had named the Sandwich Islands?
Cook.
Yes, Captain James Cook. A book called Newsmen from A to Z might begin with Jack Anderson and end with what colonial editor noted for his efforts to secure freedom of the press? Any attempts here? Correct answer, Zenger, John Peter Zenger. Although President Harry S. Truman preferred to keep his head above water, he did attend the launching of what first nuclear submarine in the U.S. Navy?
The Nautilus.
Nautilus is correct, Randy. 1764, colonial Americans protested when Britain placed a tax upon what commodity that is obtained from tropical cane and from beets?
Sugar.
Sugar is it. At various times between 1922 and 1932, France's government included what Minister of War whose last name was given to an ineffective defense line of forts between Germany and France?
Maginot.
Maginot is correct. And Marlington, you've got 180 points. Now we have Beachwood High School. Jamie Stadlin is a senior and a member of the newspaper staff and chess team at Beachwood. His hobbies include skiing, tennis, and hockey. Senior Ben Haas plans to study engineering at Rochester University this fall. In his spare time, he enjoys basketball and playing the guitar. Scott Rothbart is a senior who enjoys photography. He's a member of the Junior Council on World Affairs, the yearbook and newspaper staffs, and the golf and track teams, and plans to attend the University of Virginia. Jamie, by now I'm sure you know what you're supposed to do. Push down the yellow lights. You land on you pick. Again, let me run through the possibilities for you. Sports, famous people, time and place, trivia, and math. Which one of those would you like?
Famous people.
Famous people, all right. Bluebeard may have had a blue beard, but what Dutch artist painted his beard orange in a self-portrait? He cut off his ear in a fit of depression.
Van Gogh?
Yes. The U.S. senators who presented the bill of impeachment against Andrew Johnson posed for an official photograph by what man who gained fame as a Civil War photographer? Any attempts here, Beachwood?
Stewart.
No, Matthew Brady. After beginning with a troop of just 60 horsemen in 1642, what Puritan rose to become commander of the Parliamentary Army and was proclaimed Lord Protector of England in 1653?
Cromwell?
Yes. The Italian revolutionary Giuseppe Garibaldi spent many years in exile, living in places as distant as what South American nation where Montevideo is the capital?
Uruguay.
Yes. Although very different in personality, Queen Elizabeth II of Britain has the same birthday, April 21st, as what 18th century Empress of Russia, a ruler described as the Great?
Catherine?
Catherine it is. Color photography was developed in 1881 by an American inventor whose surname sounds as if he were what lithographer usually paired with Mr. Courier?
Ives.
Yes, Courier and Ives. Beachwood, you've got 150 points. We'll be back with the picture-perfect round in just a moment, but remember that at the end of tonight's match, all three teams will receive the new Apple Macintosh computer for their schools. The computers are provided by Apple Computer Incorporated and Holcomb's Educational Materials Stores, Apple's largest educational sales consultant anywhere in the state of Ohio. See Holcomb's for special educator purchase prices. Today, there are more Apples in schools than any other computer. In addition to their Apple computer, the winner of tonight's Super Bowl program will also receive a very special championship trophy. You see it there. We're back right after this word from the Illuminating Company.
This corporate ladder, you'd better conquer more than your fear of heights. It's not just our job, it's your electricity.
Assembly lines, production lines, lines that mean jobs for Northeast Ohioans. For years, the Illuminating Company has helped bring new businesses here with thousands of new jobs and paychecks. And CEI people are still fighting for more. So when you think about it, our power lines deliver a lot more than electricity.
We're working to keep you working.
And before we go to the picture-perfect round, I'll recap the scores for you. Right now with 150 points, Beachwood with 180 points. Marlington, our leader so far, with 190 points. It is Rocky River. Now in this round, all three teams will compete in a fast-paced volley of questions on pictures and places. There will be one question per picture on people and places, one question per picture. Correct answers in this round earn you 10 points, but now you may lose 10 points for incorrect answers or failure to reply, okay? Let's take a look at our first picture tonight. Looking at its fiery colors, it's understandable that artist Bruce Head gave this acrylic work the name of what basic form of substance energy, also expressed in calories, BTUs, or Beachwood?
Heat.
Heat is correct. This is the flag of Swaziland, an African country named for King Mswazi, who united his people against what Z-initial tribe? We have Beachwood.
Zulu.
Zulu is correct. People's reactions to the seemingly miraculous appearance of Halley's Comet in 1066 is recorded on what priceless? We have Marlington.
Bayou Tapestry.
Yes. The mythical Jason might have shunned this Corinthian style of helmet, for it was in the city of Corinth that Jason's sons were slain by their mother, what vengeful sorceress? Beachwood.
Medea.
Medea is correct. Next, we see an illustration from The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. Mr. Baum wrote, what total number of Oz books equaling the square root of 196? We have Beachwood.
14.
14 is correct, Scott. This 1861 Whistler painting, The Coast of Brittany, is subtitled alone with what ocean phenomenon that rises and falls depending on Marlington?
The tide.
Tide is correct. It's a bird, it's a plane. Actually, it's an acrylic work by artist Jim Tiley, and its name identifies what legendary bird that supposedly is reborn. We have Rocky
The Phoenix.
River. Phoenix is correct. This chapel, dedicated to Americans killed in World War II, is located in what London cathedral designed? Rocky River?
St. Paul's.
St. Paul's is correct. This is part of a satellite picture taken of what G-initialed moon of Jupiter named for Rocky River?
Ganymede.
Yes, that's correct. With transparent wings that resemble lattice windows, this species of butterfly is native to what Central American republic, whose capital is San Jose? Marlington.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica is correct, and that concludes the picture-perfect round. We'll be back with our second electronic challenge round right after you watch this message.
This is an electric dollar, money for the electricity you count on every day. But at Ohio Edison, a good part of it pays for more than electricity. About 14% goes toward the environment. 14 cents of every dollar from every customer to pay for pollution control systems and environmental research. Since 1975, that's more than $2 billion. When you buy electricity from Ohio Edison, electric dollars are environmental dollars, too. Along with empty cereal boxes and paper towels, there could be electricity in this bag. That's why Ohio Edison is looking at a technology to use trash and garbage as fuel to generate electricity. Energy from household trash. It could help your community fight the growing problem of landfills. It's just one of the ideas we're researching to produce electricity at the lowest cost to you and to the environment.
And welcome back to Academic Challenge. Now it seems it's time for our second and final electronic challenge round of the evening. In this round, each question is worth 20 points, and there are 6 questions. Any team answering all 6 questions correctly will gain 25 bonus points. Okay, the lights are in motion again for Rocky River and Captain Lori Wood. Lori, you have selected already, and you select energy and science. Energy and science. We begin with a choice question. Carbon monoxide is dangerous because it has a high affinity for hemoglobin, is acidic when dissolved in blood, or blocks the functioning of nerve synapses.
Has a high affinity for hemoglobin.
That is correct. Choice. With helium as the first inert gas and neon as the second, the third inert gas in group O on the periodic table would be radon, argon, or cadmium.
Argon.
Argon is correct. Choice again. Which one of the following objects has a change of its gravitational potential energy? A ball rolling on a level sidewalk, a car crashing into a wall, or a rock falling from the top of a mountain?
The falling rock.
The falling rock is correct. If a planet's orbit around the sun is an ellipse, how does the speed of the planet compare when it is close and when it is far from the sun? Faster when close, faster when far, or the speeds are the same?
Faster when close.
Faster when close is correct. Choice again. A cell having only one of each type of chromosome is referred to as which of these? Rhizoid, diploid, or haploid?
Diploid.
No, haploid. Haploid. Choice. Electromagnetic waves having wavelengths in the millimeter to centimeter range are radio waves, microwaves, or visible light?
Microwaves.
Microwaves is correct. Rocky River, 320 points. Marlington. Randy Hoover, the captain. Randy, the lights are spinning, so you need to push down your button. And you do, and you land on geography. The collective name Melanesia, which means Black Islands, refers to a varied group of islands located off the northeast coast of what smallest continent?
Australia.
Australia is correct. The acrobat Blondin walked a tightrope across Niagara Falls, but in 1988, Michelle Menin walked a tightrope above what Venezuelan waterfalls, the highest falls in the world?
Angel Falls.
Yes. One stream that flows northward half the year and southward the other 6 months is the Tonle Sap, a wide waterway in what Southeast Asian country, also home to the Khmer Rouge?
Cambodia.
Yes. A species of sea tortoise that can weigh 500 pounds and live up to 200 years has given its name to what Pacific islands that now belong to Ecuador?
Galapagos.
Yes. Although the Cuban government refuses to cash the checks, the U.S. continues to pay an annual rent of $4,085 for what American naval base on the island of Cuba?
Guantanamo Bay.
Yes. Denver may have a mile-high airport, but that's nothing when compared to the 14,000-foot altitude of the airport serving what city in Tibet, formerly the Dalai Lama's capital city?
Lhasa.
Lhasa is correct. Marlington, congratulations to you. You get bonus points. Bonus points to Marlington because you answered every question right. Way to go. And now we move along to Beachwood and Captain Jamie Stadlin. Jamie, push your yellow button. You have selected the category of history. The modern historian Walter Mulcahy rediscovered many of the 19th century trails used by what rapid rider system that carried the mail from Missouri to California?
Pony Express.
Correct. A deserted fort and the word Croat carved on a tree were all that explorers found when they returned to what North Carolina island, now known as the Lost Colony?
Roanoke Island?
Yes, that's correct. In addition to the Constitution and Declaration of Independence, the U.S. National Archives also preserves what proclamation that was formally issued on January 1st, 1863.
Emancipation Proclamation.
That is correct. 1743, a British court-martial heard evidence but took no action against what high-minded officer who was the founder of the British colony of Georgia?
Oglethorpe?
Oglethorpe is correct, yes. Slave as he would for freedom, what slave was unsuccessful in leading the Southampton insurrection in Virginia in 1831?
Nat Turner?
Nat Turner it is. A Woman's Love is the title of a romantic poem written by what U.S. Secretary of State who also authored the unromantic open door policy at the turn of the century? Any attempts here, Beachwood?
Bryant?
No, the correct answer is John Hay. And you conclude this round with 290 points. And we shall return for the all-important grab bag round right after you watch this.
And you hear all the raving cheers and yay, lights are on. It just brings something to you, makes you feel like you did something satisfying for them.
Monday's our busiest day of the week. We take anywhere from 3,000 to 4,500 calls in our office. It's hectic, it's challenging, it's fun.
Because one of the things that our company has worked on is reliable service. We are a service company.
So when we're out there trying to restore service during a storm condition, we know exactly how those folks feel.
I have industrial accounts. I am the link between the customer and the answer to their problem. I have an engineering degree, and I'm capable of answering their questions.
People who own, operate, develop, build buildings over the long run. He's going to be glad that he used our product because we're going to be here. We expect him to be here.
As the customer told me yesterday, I know you get things done. We're working to keep you working.
Now teams face their final competition as we move along to the grab bag. But first, I'll recap the scores for you. In third place right now with 290 points, Beachwood. In second place with 320 points, Rocky River. Leader right now with 355 points, it is Marlington. In the grab bag, teams gain 20 points for each correct answer, miss or fail to answer, and 20 points are deducted. And tonight, the grab bag round will also feature some visual questions, so teams be prepared to refer to your monitors. Okay, here we go. with tonight's grab bag round. A period of great cultural activity in Harlem in the 1920s was described Marlington.
Harlem Renaissance.
Yes, that is correct. Wait till I call on you, teams. Long before there was a prisoner called the Birdman of Alcatraz, what name meaning bird woman identified the American Indian woman who helped guide
Sacagawea.
That is correct, and again, wait till I call on you. During World War II, a recruitment movie called Women in Defense was narrated by what actress whose recent memoir, Me, describes her role as Rocky River?
Katharine Hepburn.
That is correct. Now check your monitors. Psychedelic art was popular in the 1960s when this was a record jacket for what San Francisco-based band with which Jerry Garcia we have Beachwood.
Grateful Dead.
That is correct. In an election, the winner received 3,000 more votes than his opponent. The total number of votes cast was 27,000. How many votes did either receive? Marlington.
15,000.
Yes, the other was 12,000. All of My Road Before Me is the title of a published diary written in the 1920s by what British author who later wrote chronicles of the fictional Narnia?
C.S. Lewis.
C.S. Lewis is correct. Again, Rocky River. Wait till I call on you. What black baseball pitcher refused entry? Beachwood.
Central Page.
That is correct. Check your monitors here. This old print shows travelers trying to measure the girth of Cryptomeria, Japan's largest timber tree. The Cryptomeria is closely related to what national tree of we have Rocky River?
The Redwoods?
No, looking for cedar. In novels by Tony Hillerman, the detectives Joe Leaphorn and Jim Chee belong to what southwestern Indian nation, which is now the largest Indian tribe in the USA? Any attempts here? We have Beachwood.
Navajo.
Navajo it is. Choice. The stage of mitosis, during which chromosomes migrate from the equator to opposite poles, is known as anaphase, metaphase, or interphase. Any attempts on this? Your correct answer is anaphase. Although Supreme Court Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes was sympathetic to unpopular causes, in 1927 he refused to stay the executions of two Italian anarchists, Rocky River.
Sacco and Vanzetti.
That is correct. Check your monitor again. Although he painted his own daughter in this orange-pink dress, the artist Thomas Gainsborough painted a boy. We have Beachwood.
Blue Boy.
Blue is correct, yes. The U.S. Navy battleship numbered BB-58 was better known by the name of what state? Now the home state, we have Beachwood.
Maine?
No, Indiana. And that'll do it. That concludes tonight's match. A fine final match it was. Now let's take a look in the final scores. We have, with 350 points, Beachwood. With 380 points, it is Rocky River. Champion tonight, the Super Bowl winner for this year, with 395 points, it is Marlington. And congratulations. Again, congratulations to Marlington, our winner tonight, and to all those who appeared on our show this year. It's been a great season, and we hope to see you all back here next year for the 29th season of Academic Challenge. I'm Lou Maglio. Have a great, great summer. Good night, everybody.
Academic Challenge has been brought to you by Ohio Edison and by the Illuminating Company.